The goal that President Trump has and what I have in our team here at Truth Social is to open the internet back up so that the American people can get their voice back. So it's clear that Twitter is kind of a ghost town. They desperately need Elon Musk to be there. So, it's probably something that Elon wants to do. I think he probably believes in free speech like we do. But at the same time, there's not very much activity over at Twitter right now, especially when you compare it to sites like ours, where we're just in our beginning stages as we continue to test and bring people on day by day. Our interactions are already beating Twitter.
I mean, Twitter's just trying to catch up with Truth Social. That's just the situation. There's Devin Nunes, as I mentioned before. He is a former congressman turned CEO of Trump's social media empire that he's building, that is still being built. Rome wasn't built in a day, but also this hasn't been built at all either. By the way, so this is a declaration that was so crazy about how Twitter's a ghost town and Truth Social is booming that even Maria Bartiromo, who was interviewing him for that the very softball interview, even went, "What are you talking about?" Watch this.
Devin, is it working? Let's talk about the company and what your plans are, because we're looking at the stock. It was down 13% on Monday alone. The same day we did get the news of Musk buying into Twitter. You had said initially you would be out broad in terms of using the site in April. Where are you on that, Devin? I've certainly been on the site. It's still a test phase though, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's really fascinating, right? We've been methodically going through this, being very, very clear with everyone, what we're doing. We had a lot of pre-orders that we had to get through first. We started a beta test, with that, and then we started to unload people as they signed up. We have people on a wait list. We now would like to get to the point where we clear all the people that have signed up on Apple. That's our goal. And then have the web application. And once we have a web application, then everybody will be able to get on. And also, the next spot will be trying to get everybody an app for Android. So we're methodically going through it, but you have to remember, we're the first company. We're building this from scratch, right? Without the use of any of these big tech companies.
So the explanation is it's just going really slowly because we have to do this, we have to do that, we have to do all the things we haven't done yet. It's not done yet, Maria, because we haven't done it yet. Duh.
Exactly.
What's the matter with you?
That's exactly. We're the first of its kind. We have to build it from scratch. Like, how do you think companies work, Devin? By the way, Devin, moo. So here's how I feel about this. Reading the reports from tech insiders and people who have done interviews, there have been stuff published on The Independent, on Gizmodo. They're saying it sucks. They're saying it's an absolute dumpster fire. One Business Insider reporter just did it to see and report on a story, so they joined. And upon joining, it was like they couldn't do it 5 times in a row just to sign up. Once they got in, it crashed. And then they said, "Hey, we hate numbers, but here's your place in line." And they gave the person a number, and they got an update, sometime later saying you were at 1.5 million and now you're at 77,000, but nothing happened. And then once they finally got it, another tech insider said it was basically something you'd see on a QAnon telegram or a CPAC shirt, which I thought was a great quote. But overall, I suppose, in my view, it's one of 2 things, all my opinion. The first is it's a scam for them to try and be like, "Oh, we need Truth Social to really ramp up, and the president's gonna make an appearance once we get more funding for it," which of course we know how Trump scams work. And the second is Devin Nunes is totally over his head. It honestly sounds like he fails at communications every time he's put in front of a camera. So I think it's going to only get worse. Their last ditch effort, real quick, is they're going to wait for Trump to come on, make an announcement, and then people will flock to it, and then probably nothing will happen soon after.
It'll flame out. Oh, I mean, if it isn't flamed out already.